Hello and welcome back to welcome to my channel. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving or just general November month. I hope it was really great for you. And it is that time of the month now where we're going to go through everything I crocheted this month. So I'm going to show you everything I crocheted, everything I made this month, and then we're also going to do a little review on my goals for next month for December. Let's just start with the first project. The first thing I made this month I actually shared with you in the last video because I was just on the end tails of finishing it up, but that is this little scarf. I made a couple scarves in the last 2 months and they're very thin. They're not great for keeping you warm, but they're really great for fashion. This one's more of like a Where's Waldo Christmassy scarf. I have decided after making this that I am going to brush it out because I do think it looks a little bit more just kind of like cheaply made, if that makes sense, because the yarn that I use is a little bit more scratchy. I was using up scrap yarn, so it's lower quality yarn, and it just looks a little bit more childish. So I am thinking that in a couple days here, I'm going to try brushing this out with a cat hairbrush to make it fluffier, which I think will make it just look a little more professional, more elevated, but this is going to be so cute in the winter time. So that's the first thing that I made, and I really just finished it up in the start of this month, is this little striped scarf. Next are these olive green leg warmers. These are so comfortable. One of the first things I ever crocheted actually was a pair of leg warmers, and I wore them a couple times, but they are so old and worn out now. So I decided to try making a new and improved version of those leg warmers, which I couldn't find anywhere, otherwise I would have shown them to you. One of the biggest differences is I remember with the old pair I didn't know how to do rib crochet, where now I do. So I made these leg warmers entirely with rib crochet. I did half double crochet instead of single crochet, so it's a little bit thicker rib crochet and it looks just so pretty, and it's got that good stretch where it's actually going to kind of stay up on my leg when I wear it. I'm really excited to start wearing these. I'm going to go do like some Christmas lights and stuff in December, and I'm definitely going to be wearing more of my like crochet winter accessories then. But I think this color is so pretty. I'm just obviously I always like greens. I always like crocheting with green. So this is the next project I made. This actually took a lot longer than I thought it would. I always underestimate how long these things are going to take. But I had to do these entire panels in half double crochet, back loop only, and it did take a while. I spent like 2-3 days-ish on these, but that's the next thing I made. And then I made these gloves, which I am so proud of these gloves. If you're familiar with granny square gloves at all, or granny square fingerless gloves, the way they work is you make a granny square, you make 2 of them for the palm and the back of your hand, and then you just add rib crochet for around the wrist and around the fingers, and put a little hole in for the thumb. So I have a couple pairs of those. I have a tutorial for that as well, and I decided to take that same concept, but instead of granny squares, I just did solid squares, and I put these little flowers on the front instead. So this is a tapestry crochet version of the granny square fingerless gloves, and I just really like the color palette so much. I like how the brown of the flower is just a little bit different than the brown of the glove, but they're not 2 entirely different colors. So it's just a subtle pop of this flower without being an obnoxious like hot pink flower on a brown glove. These are just so subtly pretty, and they go really well with like my coats that I already have, and they just go really well with my closet already. So the one thing with these gloves, and I did talk about this a bit on my channel already, but I originally wanted to make just 2 gloves. I was just gonna make a cute little pair, and I made the entire gloves. I filmed a tutorial for it, and as soon as I finished making both gloves, I realized I made 2 left-hand gloves. I put the thumb hole in the wrong spot, and I put the project down for a while. I'm like, I'm not gonna deal with this right now. And then I picked it back up towards the end of the month, and I made 2 right-hand gloves. So I now have 2 pairs of these gloves, and I definitely will be selling at least one of these pairs here soon. So I think they're really cute for wintertime, and I know someone else is going to absolutely adore these. I now have 2 pairs of gloves instead of 1, but it's okay because they're so cute. The next thing I made is a project that I just keep kind of reworking on every week or so. I end up making more, and that is these floral lace hats. So this is going to be a reoccurring theme throughout most of my monthly recap videos for a while. I think they're doing quite well on my shop. This month I sold I think like 9 or 10 hats so far, and I don't have any in stock, so I've just been making them as the orders come in, which I'm trying to make a few more. Over this weekend, I'm planning on going out to celebrate Thanksgiving, and I'm going to bring a skein of yarn and just make a bunch of hats is my plan, so I'll be ahead again. But so far, I have made, let me see, I wrote down the number. I have made 8 of these hats in just this month. They only take me like an hour to 2 hours to make, but it still adds up. So I've made 8 floral lace beanies. I'll put a picture here of what it looks like when I'm actually wearing it. This is the one I have up on my Etsy shop and on my Depop, and it's the one that's selling just really well right now. I am so grateful right now. Last month I got my first few orders, and this month I'm getting more orders. Like, I got probably 3 times the orders this month than I got last month, and that is just so exciting to me. I absolutely adore the fact that this artwork that I get to make is to go out and actually find a home, because otherwise I make it, I try to wear it. As you can see, I'm wearing this shirt here, which I actually made like last year now, but I'm just one person and I don't wear crochet every day. I actually barely wear crochet. So I have so many clothes that I've made and designed that I am so proud of that just sit in my closet and don't get the attention they deserve. That's why I'm trying to sell it, and I try to sell them for as cheap as I reasonably can. That way they can really just go to a new home, and I'm just so excited that things are actually getting purchased now, and I'm so grateful. So if you are one of the people that purchased from my shop this month, or even just followed it or supported it in any way, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. But long story short, I had to crochet 8 of these lace beanies this month. This next project is my pride and joy of the month. This took me the longest time to make, and it's also like nothing I've crocheted before. I typically crochet and design my own crochet clothing pieces, but I decided to try something a little bit different this time, and instead I designed a bit of room decor. So I made an entire pillowcase, which doesn't seem like a lot, but this panel took me days of crochet to finish because I was doing a modified caramel stitch, and this stitch, although so pretty, takes so long to do. So every single one of these stripes took me like an hour, and there's 26 stripes on each panel, and there's 2 panels. So it was a big project. It took me a long time. I made the entire thing out of cotton yarn. It's really heavy, so comfortable. And I put these little strings here. So once you have this on your pillow, you can tie it into little bows, and it looks just like the pillowcases on Pinterest. I'm not sure if you know what I'm talking about, but every so often these pillowcases pop up on my Pinterest. That's just this gorgeous pillowcase with like stripes or something and these little bows at the very end. And I always think that's so pretty. And I decided I was just gonna make my own. Like, why can't you crochet a pillowcase? Who's gonna stop you? So I crocheted a pillowcase. I think it's so pretty. It looks really good in my room. My room is mostly white, blue, and green. And also, everything I'm showing you today, I actually don't have tutorials for yet because I'm saving them all for December. And we're gonna talk about that in a moment. So everything you see here today, I'm not able to link down below, but if you like any of it, then subscribe and come back for them because they will be coming out shortly in tutorial format. And the last thing I crocheted, which isn't fully finished, but it basically is this poncho. I made a poncho like this, I think about 2 months ago with some scrap yarn. It was so pretty. It was purple, sparkly, had these tassels, and I got a lot of comments about how much they liked the poncho and how much they wanted a tutorial for it. So although I do already have a tutorial for a crochet poncho, I kind of modified it a little bit, fixed up the tutorial a little bit, and I filmed a new one. And I made this poncho, which is 2 full skeins of cotton multicolor yarn. I decided to do it where I did the multicolor, so it went like white, green, blue, pink, and then I started the opposite way, so it went pink, blue, green, white. I think that just made this a really pretty just ombre effect. I like the fact I went kind of backwards with the ombre. I haven't used color changing yarn since I was like 12. This was really fun for me. I really like using color changing yarn because it just is so entertaining. Every time you hit a new color, it's like you achieved a new checkpoint. But this is what it looks like. It is a huge poncho. It's like a full blanket. It's so lightweight but yet warm and comfortable. I still have to weave in loose ends. That's why I said it's not fully finished yet. And also I'm trying to decide if I should put tassels on it or not. I put tassels on the last poncho I made. Let me just grab that poncho and show it to you. This is the poncho I'm referring to. It's smaller, it's shorter. It only goes down to about not even my belly button, so not even my stomach, but sparkly purple, and I filled the whole thing up with these tassels, and I think it's so fun. And now I'm trying to decide if I want to add tassels to this one or not. So if you could comment down below and give me your pointers on whether or not there should be tassels on this poncho, that would be much appreciated because I honestly just can't decide. I just finished making this one 2 days ago, and I just think it's so pretty. This is the last project I made this month. And as for other crafts, I was really busy crocheting this month and then doing holidays. This month was the month of my birthday and of Thanksgiving, so I was busy doing a lot of other stuff, so I didn't really have time to do main crafts. I just have one thing to show you, and it is this little vase that I painted. I hosted a little party at the very end of October and start of November, and at this party I just went to the dollar store and picked up a bunch of these little ceramic little jars and stuff, and we all painted one. So this is the the one I painted with these pretty little blue flowers. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. So far, I'm not even letting it in my room because I'm not sure if I like it enough to keep it in my room. It's just in a different room right now. But I do think it's really pretty, and that's the one sort of non-crochet project I did. I did also pick up this for a future project. I went out with my friend and we decided we wanted to get a little craft project for us to do together while we chit chat. So we went to Hobby Lobby and we decided to get diamond art. We're gonna make this little fox. I think we're gonna do like a little girls sleepover here soon and just work on this. I feel like diamond art has definitely gotten less popular. It used to be so popular, I think around like 2020, because I bought one of these a couple years ago and it was almost $20. And now this is the same size and everything. I only paid $7 for it. So I definitely think they're a little less popular now, which I'm not complaining because I got it for cheaper. But I'm really excited to make this. I think it's gonna be really pretty. It's gonna be a fun little mindless craft to do. So let's talk about goals for next month. Next month is December, which is obviously Christmas. Most people here on YouTube tend to do something a little bit special for Christmas. A lot of people do Vlogmas, which is daily posts of vlogs. And I did think that would be fun, but I don't think I could get away with doing a vlog every single day. So instead what I'm going to do is we're going to be doing a crochet advent calendar next month. So starting on Monday, which is December 1st, I'm going to be posting my very first crochet tutorial, and then I'll be posting a new crochet tutorial every single day up until Christmas. So every day we get a new advent of something to make. The idea is that all the items are things you can make for other people. So it's going to be a lot of accessories, room decor, or clothing pieces that you don't need exact measurements for. So you can make them for like friends or family, not just for yourself. And the closer you get to Christmas, the quicker the project is going to be. So then you can make something last minute. Like the last tutorial is going to be something you can make in like an hour. So if you're really in a crunch to make something, you can whip it out the day before Christmas. Whereas the first tutorial is going to be something that might take you like the whole month to finish. So that's the idea. I'm so excited about it. Some of the things I showed you here are going to be a part of that advent. I have a big pile of yarn behind me that I still need to turn into projects. I'm a little bit worried that I'm not gonna be able to do all this because I actually don't have as many tutorials done already as I was hoping I would by December 1st. So I'm going to kind of be just like really trying to get some crochet done next month. But I'm sticking to it. I'm going to be doing crochet advent this month, one new tutorial every single day. So like I said, we're going to do a lot of accessories, a lot of more like Christmassy colors, a lot more wintry things, and I'm really excited about it. So if you haven't already, subscribe if you want to see a bunch of tutorials coming out in December. And I'm already thinking up everything I'm going to do in January. This next year is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. I just had my birthday yesterday, so I just turned 21, and I've just been sitting here like thinking about everything I want to accomplish at 21, and most of my goals are crochet and work related, and I'm so excited. I feel like this next year I'm just going to unlock a whole new level of artistic ability, and I'm really excited to go on that journey with all of you. Also, for my birthday, I got a yarn winder for my birthday. So as soon as we're done with this whole hectic Christmas season, we're going to be winding all of my yarn that I have under my bed. I've got so much yarn, and I'm going to just wind it all up into pretty little cakes, and then we're going to work on using all of that. So that's going to be fun, but that's probably going to be like end of December, start of January project. That's pretty much everything that's new. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. I am going to be changing my YouTube name. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe so you don't lose me, okay? So you may have noticed that my crochet shop is called Calluna Crochet. Calluna is the scientific or the Latin name for the flower heather, which my name is Heather. I like the way Calluna and crochet sound together. That's why I turned it into my shop name. And I've made the choice that I'm now going to switch my YouTube channel and my other social media to Calluna Crochet as well. Going forward, I'm still going to introduce myself as Heather. If you email me, message me, or put in the comments Heather, I will respond. The only thing that's going to change is my YouTube channel, and the handles on my social media is going to be Calluna Crochet. So if you're looking for me and you can't find me, try typing in Calluna Crochet. I'll be still here. It's going to be the same exact channel, just a new name, because time for a little rebrand. You know, growing up, maturing, it's time to turn into like an actual little community instead of just my name. I'm really excited about that. I hope it goes over well. I'm probably gonna make that change in the next like day or two after posting this video. If you really don't like the name, let me know and I will take it into consideration of changing it back or changing it to something else. Otherwise, I hope that your November was great. I hope your December is even better and that your Christmas is just magical. And I'm gonna see you again soon with another video. I'm gonna see you on Monday. I'm gonna see you in 2 days with our very first Christmas Advent tutorial. I'm so nervous actually that this isn't going to get done in time. You might need to have some grace with me. Some of the videos might come out a little bit late, but I'm determined. We're gonna do a full Christmas Advent. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited. I have so many things I'm really excited to share with you, and I really appreciate all of your support. You guys are just incredible. You are so supportive and so wonderful. All of your comments are so sweet. I try to respond to as many of them as I can. I'm so grateful for all of you. I just appreciate the fact this is my career so much, and I'm gonna see you soon for Christmas content. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below which piece was your favorite that I made this month. Goodbye.